How's it going, everybody? Chase here. And today, I thought I'd do another statue review on, this time, the Figuarts Zero Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. Now, I've had this guy for about, he's so big, it's just, jeez, box is so big. Do a quick scan of the box before I get to the statue. You got the front, it's got Piccolo, it's got his name, it's got the Dragon Ball Z symbol, Bandai 2014, made in China. It's got the picture again, it's got his name up at the top again. Figuarts Zero, easy to collect and cool style. Again on the back, some cool little close-ups. And he comes with an extra hand to do the special beam cannon. Another cool little shot on the side. Back shot, side shot, or front shot. And to the figure itself. Now, oops. Now, this statue, jeez. Now, I've had this statue for about 2015, okay, since 2016, which was my 17th birthday, if I remember correctly. And it was a gift that my mother got me, because she knew how much I loved Dragon Ball Z. And at first, I did not like this statue, but over the years, I've really come to appreciate it. I'm gonna get better lighting. Because it's awesome. This statue is awesome. I didn't like it for a long time because I thought it was kind of a boring statue. But it's really dynamic. I've always liked how the cape flows up. And the only problem is he's top heavy, so he can't stand on his own, so they give you a base. And this base is supposed to allow it to replicate a very, I'm going to call it a very prominent scene from Dragon Ball Z, which was when Piccolo grabbed Gohan and he threw him, and Gohan unleashed his hidden powers that he had. Which I'm not going to spoil Dragon Ball Z, but spoiler alert, it's been around for 30-something years now. But Gohan was, I guess you could say, the underdog of the series. He was a character that a lot of people liked, but at the same time, he always seemed to need help from either Goku or Krillin or Piccolo or somebody else to save him. So, later on in the series, to see him turn into his own character, which is really cool, or to grow into his own hero, for as a manner of speaking. But back to Piccolo. He's got his little muscle. I don't know what you call these, but the little muscle that shows. And since he's a Namekian, he's able to reattach arms and stuff like that if they get chopped off or blown off or whatever. But this thing is just awesome. It's just really dynamic. I used to have it sitting on my shelf, but I'm in the midst of moving stuff around again, so I ended up putting him back in his box. But I wanted to do this quick review. But it just looks really cool. Got a lot of shading on his cape. It's like different brush strokes of gray and blues. All the way up in there. His turban is purple with kind of a shaded white look. Clenched fist right there. Again, the muscles. He's got his knees. A little bit of the muscle growing. His shoes. It's got like these little wind dust cloud effects going on from where the smoke was billowing up from where he threw where he threw Gohan. Again, it's got the blue sash. Now, my favorite character on Dragon Ball Z is Goku. I've always been a big fan of Goku ever since I was a teenager. But Piccolo was a close second. But it comes with an extra hand to do the special beam cannon, which is cool that they added because it allows you... Just a second, I'll show it. Come on. There we go. To do the special beam cannon pose. And the special beam cannon was Piccolo's signature move, the one that he uses frequently in the show. But look at that face. I know I'm not doing much justice, but this thing, if it was... I mean, if I was new to collecting statues and stuff like that, I would legit think this thing is made of resin. Because just look at how the light kind of bounces off of it. How it's glossy looked. Or glossy looking. It's got its pointy ears. His fingernails are painted black. Just a really cool statue. I wanted to collect the rest of the Figuarts Zero line, but they got pretty expensive. And aside from this one and Rangiku, which I did a review on her already, these are the only two Figuarts Zero figures I have. He stands about 6 inches tall, I'm gonna say. I don't have an action figure or anything around to scale him to, but he's about the size of all the other SH Figuart figures. But it's just cool that they gave him an extra hand, so you can swap it out depending on what you want. But I really did appreciate all these years later. At first I was kind of annoyed because at that point I was wanting the gigantic series Goku, which is like this 18-inch tall Super Saiyan Goku statue. But my mom saw this and she was thinking of me, and I really appreciated her getting it for me. It's crazy how it takes time to really come to appreciate stuff like this. It's the thought that counts. She knew I'd like it in time. But just a really cool statue. It's just... Sorry I'm messing up my words. I'm having kind of a hard time getting my words out. Just a really cool piece, though. He's got the base is like this kind of terrain, like desert kind of feel. It's got a texture to it, too. You can probably see it right there. Just a really cool piece. And this is authentic. I know that there's a lot of bootlegs out there of it. This one is the authentic version. And I remember at the time, it was... Band Presto was coming out, and they're like a small sub-series of Bandai statues. And they had what they called the manga dimensions, where it was like 2 colors where you could have like the shading, a faded look, and then the regular skin tone. And I thought that was so cool back then. Still is pretty cool. It's just relatively rare. You don't see it very often. So when you do, it's pretty much a treat. But just a really cool statue. I recommend picking it up if you're a Piccolo fan. It's really dynamic. I usually have him posed next to my Absolute Perfection Super Saiyan Goku. which I'll probably do a review soon of him, even though that's a statue I'm not a big fan of. But this statue does mean something to me. A long time ago I didn't care for it, but I eventually came to really appreciate it. And just really glad to have it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching.